Don't usually have people in the chat this quickly on YouTube. Drian KR, so nice to see you. Let me know how stuff's been going. I reckon I saw you on the Instagram live stream the other day, but you might have been in and out quite quickly, because, you know, you're a busy guy, got exams to sit, friends to see, you know. We're all busy, but you seem especially busy because you're a med student, huh? Let me know how stuff's going. And if there's anything you want to hear, I'm going to warm up because I've only just started the stream today. Had some tech issues, mild as they were. But it's time to get playing, I think. Drian KR, let me know what you've been up to. And I am going to give you some... Do you know what? You're in Kalyani, right? It's Kalyani I'm going to play for you. Think of Kalyani as your wrestling theme music. I'm going to play it whenever you join the stream. I've got shit ton of stuff here a few days after I got done with exams. Oh, right, okay. I hope you're busy in a good way. You know, sometimes when you're at university, you've got loads of social plans. You want to go traveling with your friends after exams are done. Hopefully it was that kind of stuff to do and not, you know, something more stressful. Let me know what you got up to. I am curious. I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit on my headphones. Comments to read, huh? I'm getting ready for everything coming my way. Had to just reset for a day or two to read, to digest and prepare myself for it. You're playing with the background, it seems. Yeah, I'm kind of experimenting with different angles and stuff like that. Because, you know what? You've actually nailed it on the head why I'm doing it. I kind of feel like there's a lot of personality in the room behind me, but people aren't as aware, you know, that I've got all of this cool shit in my room. By the way, I just saw that shoe rack and remembered your spiky ones from Story. Yeah, they're actually on the top shelf. Let me see if I can... Let me see how visible they are. Oh, they're just out of view. Yeah, the really spiky ass shoes I got from Japan. They look quite weird, but they're quite metal looking as well, which I like. Isn't it like you bump someone and suddenly punch a hole through someone's shoe? Yeah. It's like, they're not made of metal or anything, these spikes, but they certainly look like it, right? I kind of love how ridiculous they are. I opened a tab with those shoes in it maybe 8 months ago, and every couple of days I just stare at it in like, well, maybe I want to buy these shoes, you know? Maybe I want to buy them. If you're on Twitch or on YouTube, let me know what you want to hear. If you've just joined us on YouTube, say hi in the chat. If you're on Twitch, say hi in the chat. Let me know what you're up to and where you're watching from. I would love to know. We are chatting about plans, we're chatting about shoes, and my shoe rack behind me. Let me get back to playing some guitar for you. Giancar, whatever you've got coming up, I hope that you're feeling prepared. By the way, how's the response for your London gig? It's been really good, actually. General sale for my London gig goes live in 24 hours or so. So I am going to put general sale tickets up tomorrow. But there's been so many people saving the event. The promoter's really happy with the response so far. I think we're going to sell it out, but we've got to do a lot of promotional work in the run-up to the gig. So it's not the biggest venue, but, you know, we've got to start small. And if you've just joined us, hey, we're talking about my London headline show that's coming up on the 28th of May. And we're talking about my shoe collection because people don't normally see it behind me because of the angle I usually film at. You're probably here for some Carnatic Indian classical guitar, so that's what I'm going to give you whether you're on Twitch or on YouTube. John KR, I hope you're relaxing and having a nice time regardless of what you're up to because, yeah, you've had a lot on recently with exams and stuff, so you probably deserve a break and all the good stuff that's coming to you. Oh, you've got your first request of the day, huh? Yeah, your requests are always really good, so let me check that stuff out, shall I? If you've just joined us over on YouTube or on Twitch, we are live streaming, we are hanging out, and just generally yapping up a storm, I suppose. Oh, interesting. I can skip on YouTube as well. Nice. We've got Brian from LA in the chat. Nice one, buddy. Always nice to see you. You've usually got some nice hip-hop based recommendations for covers to do. Brian, how's teaching going? Have you got any session gigs this week? Loads of students to see? You're a professional musician in a very different capacity to me, which is interesting because my work revolves around guitar and so does yours, but we both play the guitar in very different guises, right? Let's see. Check out Cry by Rhett. Okay. If you've just joined us, we are yapping, and I'm about to cover Cry by Rhett. This song's had 3K streams. We are plumbing the depths of underground music here. I'm excited to hear it. Oh, the bass in this song is crazy. Okay, I've got that main melody down. Okay, I've got it in the original key, which I think is adjacent to the key that we're in, so it shouldn't take too long. Nope, however, I may be getting back into software engineering. Software engineering is a pretty lucrative place to work, to be fair, Brian. Was that something you studied at university and it's what you're going to want to get back into? Or is that something new that you're trying to train yourself on? I'm curious. Music's an interesting time, I think. It's an interesting time to be a musician is what I meant to say. It's like, it's so challenging to be a full-time musician right now that you've got to do many different jobs just to be allowed to do it full-time. And full-time might consist of a full-time hour. It's full-time hours over the week, and then you're doing another job or something. Let me turn the volume up on my headphones. So I've got the main melody down for this song. It's like... So it's kind of major when I do it in the original key. I have been doing it for 30 years, but we had a pause, but now people realize AI is far from 100% accurate. Preach. We're not fans of AI on this account, for sure. AI art can go to a very unpleasant place if you ask me. I think the thing is, there's some incredibly interesting applications of AI for medicine, for doing tasks that human beings would struggle to do, but we're automating art and not the manual tasks here, and I wonder why that is. Something for another day, perhaps, discussion wise. I'm gonna do this Cry By song by Rhett right now because Drian KR asked for it. So if you're on Twitch, by the way, don't be shy. I do requests for you too, so let me know what you want to hear. On YouTube, we've got our first request here. We've got Cry by Rhett, so we're gonna give it a go. folks. Got some sound issues to deal with here. What are the comments saying? This might not be very much of a banger per se. Thanks, mate. It's pleasuring to get a few comers from you every time I join these streams. I can go back and do more. I mean, if you've got a 9-hour loop to contend with, I can give you a little bit more. I enjoyed. It's in a key and a raga that I've got a bit of mileage for, so I can definitely do it. The Carnatic version now, so 9 more hours to go with my grief and my ceiling. Just went to be a banger. I found the song in my grief episodes. I vibed with it for a while. I listened to this on loop for 9 hours, I guess. There's nothing wrong with if you're grieving or you're trying to find something to get you through a difficult time. There's absolutely nothing wrong with just looping the same over and over again. There's something almost like meditative and a mantra-like way, isn't there? Like you're trying to move through a difficult emotion and process it, and the only way to do it is to do it with, you know, something that's very loopy and something that's very meditative. So I totally get it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a little extended version of it, but I'm gonna roll my sleeves up and get a bit more technical with it. I hope that's okay with you guys. Okay, Twitch and YouTube, we're gonna cover some more Cry by Rets, because, you know, sometimes if there's grief, you just kind of want the same song over and over and over again to help you process these emotions, right? KR has to go, got a call, guess grief will have to wait for the time I get free. I hope you feel better soon, Drian KR. I'm always going to be here on stream, mate, so whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Keep rocking, mate, and don't poke anyone's shoes walking down the street. I will take that backhanded compliment, my friend. I will take that backhanded compliment. As sarcastic as that is, I appreciate the humor all the same. Alright, I think it's time I play a different raga now. So I'm going to do some Hamsadvani for you guys. Whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Twitch, I am going to give you some raga. Drian Kerr says, so one person or other is enjoying these streams or finding their escape in these in some way. But yeah, it's a nice experience every time. That's so kind of you, mate. Gotta go bye. Good night, friend. You take care of yourself, alright? I will keep up the good work. I appreciate you. Take care of yourself, friend. See you soon. See you soon. It was a bit of Humsid Bani, bit of improv right there. One of my favourite ragas to play. One of my favourite ragas to play because I guess it's a bit more basic in the grand scheme of ragas people who play Indian classical music may play, but because I'm completely self-taught, they're all as equally difficult and all as equally easy to me because I'm kind of working it all out by ear. Let me know where you're watching from if you're on YouTube tonight, or if you're on Twitch tonight. I would love to know what you want to hear next. It's not going to be the longest stream tonight. Sounds great. Thank you so much, Brian. Appreciate you. I think what I'm going to do next is probably an original song. Brian, I didn't know you did IT though. That's really interesting. I feel like people who do music professionally have a really interesting pathway to that kind of place a lot of the time. It turns out that people don't just magically become famous and then do music full time. It seems like sometimes they're doing it full time, sometimes they're doing it part time, sometimes they're teaching, sometimes they're sessioning. I, as a professional musician, need to dart about every kind of work at some point, I feel. Like, sometimes I'm recording, sometimes I'm sessioning, sometimes I'm doing remote guitar solos for people, and frequently I'm moving into content creation. A lot of it's short form at the moment, but it's exciting to know that me playing guitar at my phone is reaching so many people. I think that's really exciting. I'm going to quickly check my tuning. I think I'm okay. Then I'm going to play an original song for you guys. I think I'm good. Yeah, let me just check. Let me know you're watching from if you've just joined us on Twitch. A bit quiet over there tonight, but I know you guys are out there. Maybe Twitch is just one of the quietest of my viewership ends up, and they want to be left alone to lurk in peace. Well, some of my best friends are people who are very quiet, and I love them for the fact that the truest version of themselves is the version that communicates without words a lot of the time. I love that about my friends who are like that. I grew up quite introverted myself, despite somebody who yaps for a living all the time online, but I'm really glad I preserved some of my most introverted friendships well into adulthood. I usually yap about the ragas I play, and here I am yapping about my favourite friends, some of which I play music with actually. Some of my favourite musicians are really, really I don't know, they're very extroverted when they play music, but very introverted in life. I don't know if people have encountered that phenomenon before, where somebody's, you know, they're expressively very loud on an instrument, maybe the drums, the bass, the guitar, the saxophone, whatever. But when they're, you know, after the gig, they're very quiet, they're very reserved. I find people like that really interesting. I like to think of myself as extroverted, regardless of what I'm doing, whether I'm yapping or playing an instrument, but everyone's a little bit different. I'm going to play an original song for you guys now. It's called Lucky Dragon Number 5. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, wherever you listen to music. But you can hear it live in 3 seconds time. The song's called Lucky Dragon Number 5. Enjoy, folks. That was a little extended version of my original Carnatic composition, Lucky Dragon number 5. If you enjoyed that, you can find a more compact version of it online. Spotify, YouTube Music, Deezer, Tidal, Apple Music, wherever you get your music, to be honest, you'll be able to find it. I'm going to call it there. It's going to be a little shorter stream tonight, but it's been really fun hanging out tonight, folks. I'm going to be releasing more new music this year. I'm going to be doing 6 live streams every week. It's going to be Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays over on Twitch and Instagram, like you're watching right now. And then on Thursdays, Mondays, and Saturdays, you're going to see me on Instagram Live. I suppose I should plug my live, so shouldn't I? I have my first ever London headline show coming up on the 28th of May. I'm going to be performing at The Social, which is pretty central, just north of Soho. So if you're London based and you want to hear this kind of guitar live and then a lot of my original music with a full band, that's my wife on flute and an incredible live drummer, and me on Carnatic Indian classical guitar and vocal, you should come out. I'm going to be putting the general sale tickets up tomorrow, and it'd be great to see you there if you're free. I'm going to call it a night there, folks. It's been such a lovely time hanging out with you. Whether you're in LA, India, the UK, Germany, you get a lot of international people in these live streams, and it's really cool to know that me plugging my guitar into my phone has led me to find such an international audience. Whether you've been watching tonight on Twitch or YouTube, you've been a lovely audience. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. Come back on Friday if you want a bit more Carnatic Indian classical guitar. I'm going to be streaming at... What am I going to be streaming at? 9 PM UK time / 4 PM Eastern time if you're in the States. Very, very late and very early in the morning if you're in India, but that stream's still open to you if you're a bit of a night owl. That stream's kind of for my American audiences, and I include South America and North America in that. So whether you're in Brazil, Argentina, the United States of America, Canada, you are more than welcome. I would love to see you there. I shall see you on Friday.